Stop everything you're doing right now. Do not simply read these words. Feel them. Make a pause. Breathe in deeply, filling your lungs with air that, in this very second, connects you with every living creature on the planet. And now, exhale, releasing the tension, the urgency, the endless stream of thoughts about what you need to do next. In this short pause, in this simple act of breathing, the first miracle is already hidden. Have you ever asked yourself why, in the pursuit of grand goals, monumental achievements, and resounding success, we so often feel emptied and hollow inside? Why, when we reach the summit, we see nothing but new, even higher peaks before us, and the feeling of satisfaction slips away like sand through your fingers? Why does the victory taste like ashes the moment we achieve it? Why is the finish line always somehow disappointing? The answer is not in luck or fate. It is hidden in something we have collectively turned away from. It is hidden in the small things, the small details, the everyday moments. Ancient wisdom declares God is in the details. This is not simply a beautiful phrase. This is a fundamental law of the universe, the key to a state of flow, joy, and genuine connection with the divine. We search for miracles in thunder and lightning, in fateful meetings and dramatic transformations, completely ignoring the quiet yet persistent whisper of infinity in the most ordinary things, in the pattern of frost on a morning window, in the unexpected smile of a stranger in a crowded subway car, in the aroma of freshly brewed coffee that, for a moment, pulls you out of worries about the future. These are not simply coincidences. These are portals. These are signs that the universe scatters on our path like breadcrumbs to guide us home to ourselves. Today, we will embark on a journey to learn to see these signs, to read this language, and to transform our lives from a tense race into a magical dance with reality. Scientific foundation. Let me explain why this is not esoteric fantasy, but actual physics and biology of our reality. Science, especially quantum physics, has reached a stunning conclusion. At the subatomic level, no solid matter exists. Everything we see, touch, and perceive as reality is actually a vibrating field of energy, an infinite ocean of potential possibilities. And here is what most people do not understand. We are not merely observers in this ocean. We are active participants. Every thought we think, every emotion we feel generates a measurable electromagnetic frequency. Our brain is an extraordinarily complex biochemical transmitter, and our heart, as scientists from the Institute of Heart Mathematics have proven, generates a field that is 5,000 times more powerful than the brain's field. Together, they create your unique energetic signature, a coherent or chaotic signal that you continuously broadcast into the quantum field. This is where our inner guardian enters the game, the Reticular Activating System, RAS. This is a tiny region in the brain stem that functions as the master filter of your reality. Out of millions of bits of information that bombard your senses every second, the RAS allows into your consciousness only that which it considers important for you. And what does it consider important? That which you are focused on. If you are focused on scarcity, problems, and the world's injustices, your RAS will work diligently to highlight precisely these aspects of reality for you, ignoring everything else. You will see only traffic jams on roads, frowning faces, and rising prices. But if you consciously begin to direct your focus towards seeking beauty, gratitude, and small miracles, your RAS receives a new command. It begins, like a spotlight, to extract from the stream of reality precisely these moments. A parking spot you suddenly find, a bus that arrives right on time, a song on the radio that perfectly describes your emotional state. This is not the universe suddenly changing for you. This is you changing the filter through which you view it and beginning to notice the magic that was always here. The problem and its hidden origins. But where does this spiritual blindness come from? This total inability of most modern people to see magic in the ordinary? Its roots go deep into the foundations of our society. Here is what many do not realize. From earliest childhood, we are immersed in social conditioning based on a cult of great achievements. The entire education system, from kindergarten to university, is built on grades, competitions, and the pursuit of big, measurable results. What will you become when you grow up? What grade did you get? Were you accepted to a prestigious university? We are taught to value the destination, not the journey itself. The process, consisting of millions of tiny steps, is devalued. To this, we add an information storm in which we live. Advertising screams at us that we lack a new phone, a car, or a luxury vacation for happiness. Social media creates the illusion that everyone around us lives incredibly bright, successful lives full of grand events. We see filtered, glossy pictures of others' miracles, engagements with the Eiffel Tower in the background, exotic travel, purchases of expensive things. And we begin to unconsciously believe that our own ordinary life is devoid of any magic. We construct our lives inside this invisible but incredibly strong cage of imposed standards, not even realizing that the prison door was never locked. We hold it closed ourselves, obeying a script that says miracles are something big, rare, and probably not meant for you. Stay with me until the end of this entire presentation, because the principles that can transform your life will be revealed. Subscribe to our channel. Put a like on this video. Leave any comment. For example, 3 sevens, 777. Your support helps the YouTube algorithm promote this video to millions of people searching for this understanding. Thank you. Deep analysis of the obstacles. First obstacle, the limiting belief that miracles are big and rare. Think about this for a moment. If you believe that a miracle is necessarily a cure for an incurable disease or winning the lottery, then from the perspective of neurobiology, you are giving your reticular activating system a very clear instruction. Ignore everything that is smaller in scale. Your brain, like an obedient servant, literally stops registering small synchronicities, signs, and gifts from the universe. Your friend calls at the exact moment you were thinking about her. Just a coincidence? Your brain whispers. You find on the street a feather of a rare bird on the day you desperately needed a sign of support. Just garbage. Your consciousness dismisses it, trained to look for elephants and miss butterflies. Each time you devalue a small miracle, you strengthen in your brain a neural pathway responsible for blindness to magic. Over time, this path becomes a speedway, and you become a person who lives in an enchanted forest full of talking animals and glowing flowers, but sees only gray trees and dirt beneath your feet. Second obstacle, energy leaks through mental rush and digital noise. The second related obstacle is energy leakage through mental rush and digital noise. Here is a practical example, painfully recognizable. You sit in a park on a beautiful sunny day. Around you, birds sing, It smells of freshly mown grass. A gentle breeze plays with your hair. This is an ideal moment for a miracle. But where are you? You are physically sitting on a bench, but your consciousness is thousands of kilometers away in your smartphone screen. You scroll through feeds, switch between chats, consume tons of meaningless information. From the perspective of quantum physics, your energy is not focused. It is scattered, fragmented into hundreds of small, chaotic impulses. Your electromagnetic field becomes noisy, like a radio that cannot catch a clean signal. And yet the signals of the universe, the signs and small miracles, these are precisely that clean, subtle wave. To catch it, your inner receiver must be tuned to silence and presence. Constant mental rush and digital dependence is the most effective way to create interference and drown out the whisper of the divine. You cannot hear a flute melody standing next to a working jackhammer. Third obstacle, the emotional block, cynicism as a protective mask. The third obstacle is a cunning emotional block, cynicism as a protective mask. Often it is born from energetic trauma from the past. Perhaps in childhood you sincerely believed in fairy tales only to be cruelly disappointed. Perhaps you trusted someone with all your heart and they betrayed you. Each such experience leaves a micro scar in our energy. And to avoid experiencing the pain of disappointment again, our subconscious chooses a safe strategy: cynicism. I do not believe in miracles, so I will not be disappointed later. All this is nonsense for naive fools. Listen to how this sounds. This is a vibration of closeness, distrust, and low frequency. When you radiate cynicism, you essentially communicate to the universe: I am closed, do not approach. The law of attraction, which is simply the law of resonance, cannot attract a high-frequency event, miracle, joy, inspiration, to you if you are vibrating at the frequency of cynicism and distrust. It is like trying to listen to classical music on a heavy metal radio station. Cynicism is armor that protects from possible pain. But along with this, it does not allow inside the light of divine love that manifests in those very small details. The path to healing. Step 1, radical honesty and the practice of presence. The path to healing from the spiritual blindness to the ability to see God in small details begins not with complicated rituals or ascetic practices. It begins with a single step: radical honesty and the practice of presence. You cannot heal what you refuse to notice. The first step is to acknowledge, yes, I have stopped finding joy in small things. Yes, I am constantly lost in thoughts about the past or future. Yes, I am dependent on my phone. Without this honesty, there is no starting point. Awareness is the light you direct into the darkness of your automatic habits. And only by illuminating them do you gain choice. So here's a concrete technique. Start small. Set aside just 5 minutes per day. This could be your morning tea. In these 5 minutes, your task is to be totally present in the process. Feel the weight of the cup in your hand, its warmth. Inhale the aroma of the drink, distinguishing the finest notes. Take a small sip and trace how the warmth spreads through your body. Focus on the taste. Do not think about the coming day. If a thought comes, gently notice it and return your attention to the cup. At first, this will be difficult. Your mind will rebel, throwing you a list of tasks to do. But day by day, practicing this simple exercise, you will begin to train your muscle of presence. You will begin to break old neural pathways of automaticity and create new ones. pathways of consciousness. Step 2. Finding one beautiful detail. Daily. When you master this first step, add the next one. Each time you go outside, set yourself a task. Find one beautiful, small thing. Do not search for anything grand. It could be a cloud of unusual shape, a ray of sunlight breaking through foliage, a funny drawing on the pavement, a beautiful color of someone's scarf. When you find it, stop for a second. Do not photograph it. Simply absorb it with your eyes. Allow the feeling of beauty to fill you. And mentally or aloud say, I am grateful for this beauty. This is not simply positive thinking. This is an act of energetic calibration. You consciously tune your inner radio receiver to the frequency of beauty and gratitude, making it dominant. Step 3, somatic integration. And the third step on this path is somatic integration. When a miracle small thing actually happens, you suddenly hear the answer you need in a fragment of a stranger's conversation, or see a rainbow on a day when you were particularly sad. Do not simply note this with your mind. Feel it with your body. Where in your body does a response to this event arise? Perhaps it is warmth in your chest, perhaps goosebumps on your skin, perhaps lightness in your stomach. Place your hand on this place, close your eyes for a couple of seconds, and intensify this sensation with your attention. Breathe into it. In this way, you anchor this feeling in your body, communicating to your cellular memory. This is our new normal. Miracles are safe and pleasant. Tools of new thinking power. Words. Now, when we have cleared the path and learned to be present, let us arm ourselves with tools of new thinking to cement the result. The first and most powerful tool is power words. Our language shapes our reality. Begin consciously changing your vocabulary. Instead of the phrase, "This is just random chance," or "What a coincidence," begin to say, "I notice synchronicity," or "What an interesting sign." This simple change of wording switches your brain from devaluation mode to meaning-seeking mode. Instead of the dull, "I am bored," or "Nothing is happening," tell yourself, "I am open to miracles in this moment." This phrase instantly changes your energy from passive waiting to active, curious observation. Replace the word problem with task or opportunity for growth. This is not a semantic game. This is a quantum shift. The word problem carries the vibration of heaviness and impasse. The word task carries the vibration of activity and the existence of a solution. New affirmations. The second tool is new affirmations that will become the code of your new reality. But do not repeat them mechanically. Speak them, feeling their truth with your entire being. Here are several affirmations ideally suited for our topic. My energy is open to miracles in the small details. I notice divine signs with love and gratitude everywhere. Every moment of my life is filled with hidden meaning and beauty. The slower I go, the more magic I see. I am surrounded by constant synchronicities and signs of divine guidance. Every ordinary moment contains extraordinary potential. Miracles Journal. The third, very practical tool is to keep a Miracles Journal. This could be a beautiful notebook or notes on your phone. At the end of each day, write down 3 to 5 small, unnoticed miracles that happened to you. Found a maple leaf of perfect form on the ground. The barista drew a smiling face on the coffee foam. When I was thinking about whether to attend a meeting, my favorite encouraging song played on the radio. Regular keeping of such a journal will completely reprogram your reticular activating system. Your brain will begin during the day in the background to actively search for these small things so that in the evening you can write them down. After a month of such practice, you will be astonished at how magical and full of signs your world has become. Examples of people who found miracles in small things. History knows many examples of when the greatest discoveries and breakthroughs were born precisely from attention to small details. Nikola Tesla, a genius ahead of his time, told how many of his ideas came to him not as a result of strained calculations, but as sudden flashes of insight during walks in parks or contemplation of ordinary phenomena. He possessed the ability to enter a state of deep presence where his consciousness was directly connected to the information field of the universe. His mind was tuned to receive subtle signals that others simply did not notice. Another example is Eckhart Tolle, one of the greatest spiritual teachers of our time. His own enlightenment was not the result of many years of practice in a monastery. It happened in a moment of deepest despair, when he suddenly completely accepted the present moment with all its imperfections. He simply began to observe his thoughts without engaging with them. And in this seemingly simple small thing, in the shift of focus from the content of thoughts to the observation itself, he discovered for himself a boundless space of inner peace and consciousness that he now shares with millions. He did not search for a miracle. He simply paid attention to the most basic small thing, to the existence of now itself. Powerful conclusion. Open your eyes to the divine. Your life does not happen to you. It responds to you. It is a precise mirror reflection of your focus, your dominant thoughts and feelings. The ideal time for a miracle is not some happy day on the calendar. The ideal time is the moment when you align your energy with the energy of the universe through gratitude and presence. Every trial, every difficulty you have passed through actually prepared you for this moment, refined your soul, and created in it enough depth so that now you can appreciate the beauty of simplicity. This is not the end of our journey. This is its true beginning. Today, you have received a key, but only you can insert it into the lock and turn it. The path is now clear. Do not wait for tomorrow, when a waterfall of miracles crashes down on you from the sky. Begin with drops. Notice one beautiful small thing. Genuinely thank it. Feel the resonance in your body and know right now, in this very second, something wonderful and beautiful, drawn by the light of your attention, is already paving its way to you. Trust the process. Trust yourself. God is indeed in the details, and He is waiting for you to finally open your eyes. Your breakthrough is not someday. Your transformation is not future. You are not becoming. You are already here. You already possess everything you need to begin. Step into it. Claim it. Live it fully. See the divine in every small moment starting now.